Ruben Amorim to axe 3 Man United players. As kobbie mainoo slams Amorim tactics, Manchester United might have squeaked through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, but it wasn't without jeopardy. Ruben Amorim's side were put through their paces against the Premier League strugglers, with Leicester having taken the lead during Friday's contest. Joshua Zirkzee tapped in an equalizer midway through the second half to level things up before Harry Maguire headed home in added time to spare United's blushes, although it would have been ruled offside if VAR was in place. One step forward into round 5, perhaps, but another 2 steps backwards for the Amorim project at Old Trafford. Friday's narrow victory was another stark reminder that the players available to Amorim right now are well below par, and if United want to make a success of whatever remains of this season, they might have to drop some of the senior players from their 11. Chief amongst them, from the players who started against Leicester, is Rasmus Højlund. The striker joined from Atalanta as part of a £72 million deal 2 summers ago, despite netting just 10 times for the Italian outfit. He hasn't taken well to life in English football, and another haphazard showing in the first half on Friday night summed up his shortcomings, with Højlund failing to register a shot of any kind during a lackluster opening 45 minutes. Zirkzee coming off the bench and taking his chance wouldn't have helped Højlund's cause either. It was a similar case for kobbie mainoo, who not for the first time this season was hooked at halftime by Amorim. There's no denying mainoo's prestigious talent, but close to 3 months into the Amorim project, it's clear the pair aren't suited to each other's styles. Deployed in the attacking diamond for the Leicester match, mainoo failed to threaten a Fox's backline that has already conceded 53 times in the league this season. And with Chelsea said to be sniffing around mainoo, the teenager might be forced to look for minutes elsewhere should the evident incompatibilities with Amorim continue. As for Leny Yoro, it's unlikely United will be forced into a transfer anytime soon, but the youngster still looks out of his depth in the United backline at the time being. Granted, a preseason injury meant he lost a decent chunk of time on the training pitch with his teammates, but Yoro's appearances in a red shirt since coming back haven't been the most comfortable. Lisandro Martinez's season-ending injury will mean Yoro will feature more for United, but based on recent showings, the Old Trafford outfit's best XI doesn't have the 19-year-old included. In other news, kobbie mainoo confused by Ruben Amorim tactics as Man United boss blamed for struggles. Ruben Amorim has been warned that kobbie mainoo is confused by his tactics at Manchester United. Mainoo broke into the United team last season, establishing himself as one of their best central midfielders. But under Amorim's management, mainoo has been pushed further forward, recently operating as a center forward in the defeat to Crystal Palace. While Rasmus Højlund replaced him in that role for the FA Cup win over Leicester, mainoo was still selected in a more advanced number 10 position. But it was another disappointing evening for the 19-year-old, who failed to have a shot or create a chance and had just 4 touches inside the Fox's box. That latest underwhelming showing has seen former Chelsea star Tony Cascarino raise concerns about Amorim's management of the youngster. He believes that the United boss is giving his young charge too much to think about. When he first came into the Man United team, I thought he really did it at a breeze, he told TalkSport. It was quite comfortable for him. He felt confident on the ball. He knew what he was wanting to try and achieve. Gets him in the England squad. Does really well in the Euros, plays well, doesn't look out of place, really high standard. I'm watching kobbie mainoo last night, and it's not on him. I'm putting this on the manager and the coaching team around him. I think he looks a confused footballer now, because kobbie is going backward too often. I think he feels he's afraid to lose the ball, and that's what can happen when you get into a really technical setup, which is what Amorim is trying to achieve. I'm watching kobbie mainoo, and I think he doesn't really know what he's meant to do now. I feel sorry for him because he's 19 and he's learning on the job. When he first broke in, everything about his game was spot on. He's gone from a central midfielder to an attacking midfielder to a center forward. He's the future of Manchester United. He's in a position that isn't natural for him. Questions about Amorim's use of mainoo were raised after the defeat to Palace last week, but the United boss insisted that he had faith that the England star could be a success in his more advanced role. Today, we choose to play with kobbie to use the characteristics of kobbie. It's not nothing against Rasmus or Josh, and sometimes the team scores goals by creating situations to use the right characteristics, Amorim said after last week's loss. It doesn't mean if you play with 2 strikers you are going to score more goals. So I think it's a problem for the team, and we have spoken about that all the time. We need to improve our performance in every aspect of the game, especially scoring goals. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.